Howdy there guys, welcome back to Edgar TV, where we're going to be reviewing the Pro Tour. These are great for when you're at a busy day at work, you can't track the Pro Tour, and you'll just get these videos wherever I am. If you're going to be one of those people in the comments section that says, oh look, he's sat in front of a window with a curtain in the background, get over it. And I'm probably the wrong channel for you. We don't have massive production values here on Edgar TV. Never have. Probably never will, because I don't really know how to use them too well. I've got the equipment, I just don't know how to use it properly. But anyway, moving on. Let's go back to the Pro Tour. World Grand Prix is the next sort of big event coming up. That's the one that people are trying to qualify for. We'll keep an eye on that, but there's plenty of time. That cut-off is not until the end of September, so we've still got 4 European tours and 8 Pro Tours to go, so plenty of time before the next big ranking TV event. I am going to be doing commentary on the last event before the World Grand Prix, the Pro Tour number 12 in Switzerland. Can't wait for that. The Euro Tour, sorry. My first opportunity at European Tour commentary, so really excited for that opportunity as well. But let's look ahead and see what's going on today. I'll be trying to pick out all the stories and key talking points throughout the day, the upsets, the surprises, and everything you need to know for this Players' Championship number 15 in Milton Keynes. The first place to start is we'll have a little flick through the first round stage. As you can see, a couple of seeds going out here. Ricardo Pedrezco, Gurney, Bunting going out to Keane Barry. Keane Barry's not had a great year this year, but picking up a win here could be sort of a good start for him. And actually a few people that have been struggling. Adam Gavlas also picking up a win here. It took him, 12 events to win his first game. Now he's beat the number 17 seed and a man in good form in Daryl Gurney. Averaging 98 there, Gurney. It wasn't enough for him on that occasion. A few people really struggling here in regards to players and their tour cards. You know, when we look at players like Nick Kenny, for example, especially with the averages he's putting in here, and Aaron Monk. Jose de Souza, someone we picked out for a while, has been someone we expect to drop out of the top 32. He's still plummeting down towards that cut-off point. Gerwin Price, I said something wasn't right with him going into the match play. He did get a win against Daryl Gurney, but then lost in the next round. I still think there's something not right with Gerwin Price at the moment, and he went down 6 legs to 2 to Ice Cold Beverage. Probably Darren Beveridge's best win on the tour so far, and by 6 legs to 2, that is a good result for him. Joe Cullen squeezed past Robbie Knops, who's barely picked up a win in his time on the Pro Tour. Cullen's form is questionable. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the day, but you see number 29 next to his name means he's slipping down those rankings in regards to that sort of order of merit position. Gary Anderson continuing his good form. He picks up a 6-2 win. Connor Scott just recently won a Moda Super Series. He picks up a win averaging nearly 100 against Owen Roll, so good result there for him. Also, Barneveld, 103. Good to see him in the 100-plus averages. Ross Smith with a ridiculous average, 113, continues to impress and move forward with his career, looking more and more likely every single time I see him. Luke Littler, questions was asked over him. I think it was ridiculous to question Luke Littler after just a couple of bad results. He averages 102. He's back on upswing in there. 6-4 win, and he was pushed all the way as well. So good result for him. 100 averages continue all over the place. Ryan Searle with 101. Luke Humphreys with 103. Mervyn King going down 6-0. He's a player who needs results soon if he's going to keep his tour card. Him, Ian White, Mentor Sulovic, players we've sort of tracked throughout the year, in trouble with some poor results here. Wesley Plazier, back-to-back Pro Tour runner-up. Last time he was seen, he goes down by 6-5 to Danny Noppert. Now, the one thing you may notice there, I'm going to call this the truest Pro Tour that we've had for a while. The reason I'm calling it that is purely because all the big players are there. Pretty much all the big players. We're missing Aspinall, we're missing Matt Campbell, and we're missing Michael Van Gerwen. They're the only 3 players out of the world's top 64 to not be playing in this event. Now, in recent events, we've seen a lot of withdrawals. Not at this one. This one is proper. And look at the averages that we're seeing here in round number 2. We always pick out the players that have averaged over 100 in the opening game. Well, the second game, sorry. And there's plenty here to go with. A couple of repeats in here. Luke Littler again over the 100. Gary Anderson again over the 100. Barneveld again over the 100. Vessel Nyman someone who's played very well on the development tour recently, picking up a couple of titles there, and he hit 8 ton plus averages on the way. He's on the 100 plus again here. Standout performance though, Jermaine Watamena, 107.29 over Michael Smith. That wasn't the standout of the day. The standout of the day coming round number 3. The story of the day. Gary Anderson, 123.83 in a 6-1 victory over Andrew Gilding. Now, if you're wondering what that looks like in terms of the numbers, the play-by-play, take a look at this. 11-12, 12-13, 11-13-13. That is absolutely ridiculous darts. If we take a look at that in terms of a breakdown, if it'll load, there we go. In terms of a breakdown, just look at that. 140, 140, 125 out. 180, 139, 138 out. 191, 135, 105, 170, which is ironic because that's the finish I did to beat Gary Anderson. The leg he lost. Look at this. 100, 140, 180. And he lost the leg. Back-to-back 180s on the 9, didn't convert, and then again kicks off with a max. Incredible darts there for Gary Anderson. Barneveld again over the 100, so 3 times in the day. He's averaged over 100, so real impressive stuff there. But just look at all the other hundreds again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches. 8 games. Out the 16 games had 100 average winners. So really impressive sort of numbers, especially when you look at the other games, sort of mid to high 90s. We did lose a couple more seeds. Johnny Clayton going down to Luke Littler. That, a big clash there in regards to a board final. That is a recent Pro Tour winner in Johnny Clayton going down there. Scott Williams picking up some money as well, keeping his hopes alive of getting into some of the majors at the back end of the year. Joe Cullen ended up reaching the board final. Beveridge having the day of his life when you look at the results that he's managed to pick up. Gavlas, someone who's not picked up too many wins recently, he'll be happy with that. But remember, just before the match play, Cameron Menzies had a good run, didn't he? Nearly made the World Match Play out of nowhere. He's now a seed. Be interesting to keep an eye on him because he's just had a big 6-1 win over Chizzy. He's going to be on for the World Grand Prix at this rate. And in typical style, what tends to happen is I make these clips throughout the day so you get a real life view of sort of the feel of it. So if you can't track it throughout the day, you get all the key stories and talking points at the end of the day. But in sort of, this could be happening, this could be going through, as if you're watching it along during the day. And sometimes you draw attention on someone like we just did with Cameron Menzies, and then they go out in the very next round. That's what's happened here. He's gone out here 6 legs to 4 to Stefan Belmont, who is a Challenge Tour top-up, and again a Challenge Tour player reaching the quarter-final stage. This has happened at most of the events recently, so really key to frank the form in regards to the Pro Tour isn't the top 128 players. This is just further confirming that in my book. Luke Humphries, world number 1 and serial winner, goes out 6-4 to Chris Dobie. Luke Littler's still in there. It looks like it could be a Luke Littler-Gary Anderson day for me when you look at what they're both doing. Anderson beating Barneveld, who's been exceptional today, but Gary Anderson just 100 plus seems to be the way in which he lands, certainly in the Pro Tours. It's just weird, isn't it, how he's playing so well in the Pro Tours, but when it comes to winning on the TV is not converting that across, because statistically, averages alone, Gary Anderson is the best player in the world on averages over the last 12 months. So why isn't he winning on TV? Surely there's a TV title coming soon for Gary Anderson. If you think that as well, you should subscribe. Now, sometimes, like in the last clip there, Cameron Menzies comes through and just blows the attention there out the water. However, sometimes you forget about speaking about someone, and you really shouldn't have. Vessel Nyman, a guy who's been brilliant on the development tour as of late, been throwing massive averages, had his career sort of hindered by his own decisions, but is back within the sport and he's developing at a rate like no other. Look at this. He's in the final of a Pro Tour, his first Pro Tour final. Look at all the titles he's picked up. He's beat Gary Anderson, the guy who looked unbeatable at one point, has gone out to Wessel Nijman. He's then followed that up with a win over Damon Heta. He's been mid-90s to 100 plus throughout the entire event. So really, really impressive stuff from him. But he's going to have to go up against Luke Littler, who looks good here. Looks like he could be back to winning ways. Over the 100 average for pretty much the majority of the day, and has been winning some of these games with a little bit of comfort. So that's going to be a really good final between the two. And as expected, crisis averted, if you'd ever want to call it a crisis. Luke Littler back on the winner's enclosure. I think people jump on it a bit too quick, don't they, after a couple of bad results. Luke Littler went back to winning ways. He went back to basics. He went to the Cheshire Open, picked that up. That's probably quite a good thing for him. After the world that he's been living in recently, to go back and see the people he's grown up around, familiar faces, probably did him good. Certainly has here. Good final. Averaged just shy of 100 for Luke Littler in an 8-6 victory over Wessel Nijman. Now, in regards to the order of merits, you'll see here for Wessel, a place in the finals done him pretty good. This is the World Grand Prix order of merit. You'll see him here, position number 30. The way he's playing, I think he could close the gap here on Alan Suter on 38,000. I wouldn't be surprised to see Wessel put himself in contention here for a place in the World Grand Prix. Luke Littler comfortably in the World Grand Prix, as he is with all the big events as well. He's now up to position 2 on the Pro Tour Order of Merit. For Wessel, though, it's not just the World Grand Prix. That will probably put him in the Players' Championship finals now. He's most likely to be in the World Championships as well, as he jumps up to a very strong position there. Overall rankings, Luke Littler's gone up 1 position, so he's now the World 23. Continues to rise because he's got nothing to defend. Wessel's jumped 7 places, so good movement in the rankings for the 2 players here. Now, I'm not going to be doing one of these reviews tomorrow. I will do them after every Pro Tour normally, but tomorrow my son's going in for operation in the morning, so I'm not going to be available in the morning, and then I'm travelling over to Belgium to play darts myself over in the Belgian Open this weekend. So, not going to be able to cover tomorrow, but I will obviously put some tweets out and things, so do follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you call it these days, if you want to have a chat through the Pro Tour, and I'll be doing these again in the very near future. Keep an eye out for all the vlogs and everything that's going to be coming your way. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.